And hello, everyone, and welcome back inside the RMU TV studios for one final time this semester as we have our last episode of Colonial Sports Center. I'm Tyler Gallo, as always, and I'm alongside the ghost of Jack O'Brien. He is here, ladies and gentlemen, and back. First off, Jack, welcome back. And secondly, we have a wide array of sports for everyone at home.
Oh, yeah, it's good to be back. I'm kind of like the McRib. I only come out of hiding whenever the world truly needs me. But nonetheless, we have a jam-packed show for you tonight. We have women's and Phillip on the Masters because we've got a lot of prime chipping, putting, and driving, and all the things in between for you here tonight on Colonial Sports Center.
That's right. We'll hit the links later, but we'll start off with jam-packed. Like you said, it was a jam-packed day of lacrosse over the weekend. Women's lacrosse had a matinee, and the men's lacrosse followed them up. Women's lacrosse took on Kent State for another game of maction. Let's see how they did. Off in the first half, as we always do, and it's the first goal for the Colonials. Right away, Lily Haddon finds Jordan Anderson in front, who nails it. I mean, doubling the lead to 2-0. Colonials all them early on. And Kelsey Nelson finds it inside. She gets a goal too. 4-0. Look at that. And then more defense also leads to offense as Jamie Keller, the MAC Defensive Player of the Week, was rewarded with that big save there. 3-position stop. Inside one more time. Colonials score again. That's Colleen Tift on the inside. Colonials stretch the run to 6-0. Now look at this goal. This is Jackie Wolford saying, look what I can do behind the back. Can you believe that? What a goal. 7-3. Colonials still have the lead in this one, though. Tic-tac-toe. There's Lily Haddon finding it in front. And another big goal for the Colonials. They just run away. Robert Morris really taking their claim in this game. Second half now. Jerica Obi in front. A little ripper right there. What a goal. 11-3. Colonials really just not slowing down, not taking their feet off the gas. Here's Julia Kodervas finding some space. Wow, what a goal that was. She splits the D. Another look at this one right through them and finds that goal she was so looking for. And, you know, Kent State was not quite done, though. They did have this late tally here from Megan Kozar that did get them at least a little bit closer. Less than 8 goals, within 8 goals, but the dagger. Julia Kodervas one more time, gets some space in front and buries it. Makes no mistake. The Colonials win by a score of 15-6 to remain perfect in the MAC. And now, Katrina Silva has some things to say about the game.
All the way around, right? There are moments where we played like a championship caliber team. I mean, there's kids on this team that won 4 rings. It's a pretty realistic goal for us when we play like that. Still had moments, right? We're still really young and we're figuring out, but it was awesome all the way around.
As the women's team saw success against Kent State, their male counterparts from the men's lacrosse team were looking to have their same amount of success against Bellarmine as they took on the Knights looking to do battle. Would the Colonials win this matchup of might and strength? Let's head to the highlights to see. All right, like I said, Colonials and Knights, and we're going to get this one started off early. It's going to be Corson Keeley in tight, throwing it up high, and the Colonials take the early lead, but it would be short-lived, as it would be a pass out from X into the slot, and a low shot from Braden Brown beats the Colonial goaltender, and we've got a tied game. Bellarmine would again, they would take the lead, and a great individual effort from Luke Legnard coming right down the slot, but some more pretty passing from the Colonials. They're not going away. They will tie this game and end the first quarter tied 3-3. But again, Bellarmine, tenacious as always, driving to the net. That's going to be Kyle Playstead, driving defense back, widening that Bellarmine lead. But again, a late goal at the end of the quarter, sending the Colonials only down by 1 at the half. It's going to be Dan Taddeo. Second half starts. Bellarmine up 1, soon to be up 2 with a big rip from the top of the box by Danton McDonald. The Colonials would then tie the game at 9. It's going to be a rip from Ben Starkey. And the Colonials would then take the lead in the fourth quarter and extend that lead with a pass out from X. And it's going to be Taggart Clark. Would not be his first or his last of the game. Colonials going to put it away early and put it away at the end. It would be Taggart Clark with the Daggart Clark to win 12-9. Colonials coach Craig McDonald had this to say about his team's tenacious effort.
Anytime you can get a conference win, you'll take it. Right? They're always difficult, and it's always competitive, and that was a great Bellarmine team. Right? Really well coached, really tough, and really proud of our guys. We were up against it a little bit, and we hung in there. We stayed together. It was a great team win for us.
Well, I hope you guys know that it don't mean a thing without that bling. Ethan Morrison is going to take a closer look to the women's lacrosse ring ceremony and the full day of action at the Joe Walton Stadium.
It was a doubleheader at the Joe on Saturday as the women's lacrosse team kicked off the dreary April afternoon with a matchup against Kent State. It was all Robert Morris in this one as they kicked off the game on a 7-0 run, which stretched all the way to the midway point of the second quarter. The Golden Flash cut the lead to 4 goals, however, as they scored 3 unanswered with 4:07 left to go in the first half. But the Colonials pushed their lead back up to 7 thanks to Jerica Obi, Lily Haddon, and Jordan Anderson. After that, Robert Morris was able to coast to a 15-6 victory over Kent State. Julia Conneros led the way in scoring for Robert Morris as she netted 4 goals in the winning effort. Jordan Anderson, Colleen Tiff, and Jerica Obi each contributed 2 goals. Robert Morris improves to 6-0 overall against Kent State since 2019 and improves to 7-0 in conference play this season. After the game, the 2021 women's lacrosse team received their rings for winning the MAC championship last season, compiling a 14-3 overall record and a perfect 10-0 record in MACtion play, and clinched their first berth in the NCAA program for the first time in program history. After the women's lacrosse game, the men's team hit the field, and while rain might have stopped me and my camera, it did not stop the men's lacrosse team as they took on Bellarmine in this one. Even though they trailed for most of the game, the men's team was able to pull out the 12-9 victory late in this one to improve to 2-0 in conference play. They will take on Utah this Saturday at 3 o'clock. Reporting for Colonial Sports Center, I'm Ethan Morrison.
Well, don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we're taking you to the bases to see how the softball team did against the North Kentucky Norse. Funny Colonials invading Vikings for once. But don't go anywhere here on Colonial Sports Center.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my 3rd child, who was 17 at the time.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
Most of my family, they never graduated high school or even let alone go to college, so I'm trying to break that barrier. Every day after work, went straight to school, studied hard, and it paid off. I could not have done it alone. I see the future is really bright for me. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Guess who's back? Back again. That's right, it's us on Colonial Sports Center. And the softball team was in action in the Bluegrass State, playing on green grass. Let's see how they fared in the heights of Highland Heights. And, well, the first game, of course, they lost they won. What am I reading? They lost. Why do I keep saying that? They won. It was a good game. They came back in extra innings. Charlotte Grover, by the way, over the past 6 games, batting .300 with 3 homers. She has been on a tear. Taylor Reinhart with some great relief action, some yeoman's work, if you will, as they won in 9 innings. Jack, what happened in the second game?
Well, I'll tell you, after the first game, after a successful battle in this invasion, they would fall. The Colonials would lose 1-0 in 7 innings. Really a pitcher's duel throughout much of the game until Arrington Walker walked it off with an RBI in the 7th. North Kentucky University actually stranded 6 runners on base up until the 7th, so the Colonials had a strong defensive effort, but the dormant bats for the Colonials was enough to put them down in this one. 2 hits coming from Charlotte Grover and Meadows Sacadura. Alicia Flores pitching a gem of a game, 7 innings pitched, 11 Ks and 1 walk. Rachel Reinhart did a valiant effort as well, pitching 6 and 3 2/3. I'm not good at numbers, folks. 4 strikeouts, 2 walks, 8 flyouts, and 8 groundouts. The defense was there, but the offense wasn't. How did the third game go,
Well,
Tyler?
all's well that ends well, Jack. They took the rubber game of the series by a score of 5-3 once again. They really liked that score this weekend. Catalina Saxon 2 for 3 with a dinger and 2 RBIs, and Elena York had a home run as well. Big game. And also, we have a softball roundtable now, as our guests, excuse me, not our guests, our analysts are beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Take it away, Mike Delehanty.
Thank you, Tyler and Jack, and I'm here with 2 of our best and brightest softball analysts, Sam Goldberg, Michael Deemer. Guys, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having us, Mike.
So, as we just saw, RMU softball took on Northern Kentucky. What are you guys' thoughts on this 2-1 victory?
Well, you see here, Mike, I really thought the Colonials played well in this series. Took an unfortunate 1-0 loss, but overall, I feel like they had a pretty successful weekend, taking 2 of 3 from the Norse.
They definitely showed their perseverance over the weekend. They had the 9-inning thriller and a 5-3 victory, like we said, a 1-0 walk-off loss. What are you going to do about that? And a 5-3 win to cap off the series. So we definitely saw a lot of perseverance, long games, very close games throughout the entire weekend. So we definitely saw a lot of that over the weekend.
Definitely agree. Some stellar softball from our Colonials. My next question for you guys: who do you think is the best pitcher on the softball team right now?
I'm going to say Rachel Reinhardt. People are probably not going to maybe agree with me, but she leads the team in least hits, runs, and earned runs, and has the most wins and complete games, and is second in WHIP on the team. If you can believe that, if you look at the numbers, I would definitely think that she's maybe under the radar for most fans, but I definitely think that Rachel's doing great work for the Colonials.
Gotcha. And I'm going to go with her opposite, Taylor. And Taylor has been absolutely incredible this season so far. 2.05 earned run average, 3-0 on the season, 13 appearances, has 1 complete game under her belt, 3 saves on the year as well. So she's been that's an incredible piece for the rotation for the Colonials, and also 30 strikeouts on the season. And hitters are barely hitting over 200 against her as well on the season. So Taylor Reinhardt has been one of the better pitchers so far for the Colonials this season.
Some excellent picks there, gentlemen. My final question for you tonight: we have the RMU softball team has a game coming up against IUPUI. How do you think this series is going to go?
Mike, I think they're going to grab the brooms and sweep them. I think 3-0 wins. They're going to win the doubleheader tomorrow, and then the final rubber match on Saturday. I think we're going to get our brooms, and they're going to sweep IUPUI out of here. IUPUI 9-26 on the season. They just haven't been able to put anything together.
Yes, Sam, you definitely hit the nail on the head with that. I do think they're going to sweep against the IUPUI Jaguars. 9-26 on the year is definitely not great, and they're also 2-7 on the road. So in road games they have struggled, but they are 7-7 in conference. So you never really know when it comes to that. But I definitely think they'll grab the brooms, like you just said, Sam. I think you're right about that.
Definitely agree with you. Hoping for a successful weekend for our Colonials. Let's send it back to Jack and Tyler.
Thank you so much for that one, Mike. And I had a chance to sit down with RMU softball's fastest woman in the world. Let's take a look. As soon as you got here.
Honestly, at first, there's a lot of pressure, but I have mostly always been in the leadoff spot, so I'm used to it. And I know it's nice for me to get on base without anyone in front of me, so I have that open base path, and that's my job. So
yeah. Is there any, preparation that you put in knowing that you're going to be the first batter that the pitcher faces? Obviously, you want to make them work a little bit, but, what's your preparation going into that?
Well, I try to see as many pitches as I can as a leadoff, so I'm the first one seeing anything from the pitchers, so it's good to be able to tell the rest of the team what I'm seeing, and also just work the count, know what I'm good at hitting, and just see what they're throwing me.
Yeah, so of course you want to take a look at colonialsportsnetwork.com for that interview, which is coming up soon, and much more. We have you covered with anything Colonial Sports. But when we come back, Jack and I are getting inducted into Phi Slamma Jamma, and before that, the men's soccer team is seeing double. Stick around.
Yo, Scott. Hey. I'm heading out, man. You want to ride? No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom. Oh, you know what? I was just in there. The line is like 10 people long. You know, I think I'll just... Dude, are you okay? You wouldn't believe what I was just thinking. I am definitely buzzed. Yeah. I think I will take this, and I will take that ride home. Smart man. Did you see how that dog was looking at me?
Welcome back here to Colonial Sports Center. Now, the track team was in action as they traveled, about 30 minutes outside of the nation's capital of Fairfax, Virginia, on the campus of George Mason for the George Mason Invitational. Let's see how they ran. And, it was, once again, a good weekend for the track team, as we always see. Yessi Valencia up in the top, and, just performing well. Estelle Katende, of course, and you see some other performers over the weekend. Really good weekend for the track team.
For now, we take you to the Abada Collegiate Invite, where the golf team was in action, to where they tied for 6th in the entire tournament with a couple of standouts of their own as they got their way to that final resting spot on Monday as they finished up play. Just to give you some stats for the time being, they were tied for 6th with Iona and Towson with 590 strokes for 14 over par. Josh Nagy finished 1 under with 71 on Monday. He finished the tournament with 147 strokes and 3 over par. Finished the tournament. Him and Alex Seelig were tied for the team high in pars with 26.
Yeah, and I was mentioning seeing double early in the show. Our very own Samantha Dutch was seeing double over the last week as she sat down with Chase and Logan Gilly of the men's soccer team to see how they're fitting in since transferring from UNC Greensboro.
Twin brothers Logan and Chase Gilly arrived at Robert Morris and have begun training with their new team, but their connection goes way back as they've played together since they were kids.
Yeah, we're probably inseparable. We go everywhere together, we do everything together, and then whenever we play together, it's just automatic. Yeah, we don't really have to talk to each other. We just look at each other and just know what we're doing. So it's quite nice. And our older sister picked up on it, so we always go to her games and we go and play. And we were always so mad when we couldn't play because we weren't old enough yet. So we just play against each other all day. So that's basically how we started playing soccer most of our lives.
The twins come from small town Denver, North Carolina, where everybody knows everybody, and have crushed high school records, making them well known and influential in their area.
Where we're from, nobody really plays soccer, so it's kind of nice that a bunch of kids nowadays, they grow up thinking of us, wanting to be like us back home, because soccer is growing now back where we're from, so it's quite nice to see. It's just kind of nice that just everybody follows us still now, and it's just nice.
After high school, they were planning on going to Appalachian State, but the program got canceled. But they met head coach Jason O'Keefe, who they followed to Robert Morris.
So we didn't really know much about Robert Morris until we knew about O'Keefe was here, so we're like, okay, we're going to check it out, and we ended up liking it, so it was a good fit.
So the bond has grown. They were looking for something new, and, I think in the beginning it was us and James Madison, so this mountainous rain in the region, kind of a different type of experience they were kind of looking for. So it's been great. They've stepped in, really integrated well. The team's accepted them and opened their arms to them. So, yeah, it's been awesome.
Well, Coach O'Keefe probably wouldn't want to make a decision about which one of them is the better player, but maybe the twins have an answer.
So, which one of you two would you think is the better player?
No. I picked first. I picked first.
What does past Saturdays have to say?
I picked first.
What does past Saturdays have to say? 5 goals, 2 games coming up.
You play striker. He's supposed to score goals. If he doesn't score goals, then he's out of a job.
That's fair.
That's fair.
The Gilly twins will continue to grow with the program and make an impact as they're off to a strong start in the spring season. For Colonial Sports Center, I'm Sam Dutch.
Thank you so much for that inside look, Sam. And now we're flying high into the next segment. I figured it would be good to take a look back at my top 5 favorite dunks of the season. Jack, we'll get right into it. And I got an honorable mention to start things off. So, KAHLIEL Spear, actually, starting off at St. Francis. Take a look at this one. The putback done with the shot. KAHLIEL with the slam. What a dunk, Jack. And he's coming back this year, by the way.
No, yeah. Huge piece on the interior for this Colonial team. He was able to generate so much offense this year, and you can see the offensive prowess in this clip here. Can get up high, likes to play above the rim.
Now number 5, it's Justin Winston, who will not be returning next year, transfer portal. What a slam! Cuts through a couple of defenders, fakes the shot, of course, at the start. And look at this one more time. Slow it down a little bit. The fake shot makes him go crazy, and slam. What a dunk that was. And we're back at number 4 with a familiar face. We just saw him. It's KAHLIEL Spear. Jack, look at this play. Stone behind the back, in front to Spear with the slam. This made it on Sports Center.
I mean, I don't really know what's better. Is the pass or the dunk? This is such an incredible play. No wonder it got caught on Sports Center. But it also caught here on Colonial Sports Center. Imagine that.
That's right. At number 3, ENOCH Cheeks from the free throw line. What a dunk this was. Not the last time we'll see him. Look at this pass from Michael Green. Cheeks, boom. I mean, what a dunk. This guy has just got all the athletic ability in the world. And at number 2, KAHLIEL Spear with the poster. That one I'm going to be putting up on my wall later, Jack.
No, yeah. Again, driving the baseline, it's not an easy thing to do. And to have this much vertical ability to get up and over, I'm sure he had some thoughts about that after the game. I'm pretty sure he might have shed some tears.
That's right. And number 1, ENOCH Cheeks one more time with the poster. This is by far the best dunk of the year. Look where he jumps from. He gets it in front, and oh my goodness, what a dunk. That is your number 1 dunk of the year, and those are my 5 favorite dunks of the year, Jack.
All right, and some great picks, honestly. So after the break, we're going to be getting into the very best, the top plays from the week as we take it from here and show you the very best of Army Athletics here on Colonial Sports Center.
You told me not to talk to strangers. You told me not to cross the street without looking both ways.
You told me not to touch the stove. You told me not to do drugs. You told me not to drink and drive.
You gave me so many messages about how to stay safe. Why didn't you keep me safe by properly storing your gun?
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
Worried about your friend, but don't know how to reach out?
You could say, how are you, or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR. It's so good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should. Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health.
Whatever gets you talking.
Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Welcome back here to Colonial Sports Center. I'm joined by Melanie Hulse for the best part of the show, top 5 plays. So why mince words? Let's get right into it, Melanie, and start off with number 5. So number 5, we're on the lacrosse side of things. Men's lacrosse, it's Taggart Clark. We saw the Daggart Clark of his earlier, but here's a really good goal against Bellarmine. He bounce, turns, moves, and zips it by the goaltender. What a goal by Taggart Clark.
Oh, indeed. But let's go to northeastern Kentucky for our next top play of the week. Here we see our softball team hitting all the way out to the outfield as number 16 rounds the bases. Brittany Cyberbert throws, catches, releases, and throws it right back to home plate and Meadows Sacrador, proving once again to the Colonials that diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Really, really good there. And what a throw that was. Look at that rocket of an arm from Brittany Seibert. She's normally a first baseman, but showing some range in the outfield, nailing down the runner at the plate. So we're moving into number 3, moving on quickly. And we saw this one earlier. I was pretty impressed with this one, so why not show it again? So nice. We're showing it twice. It's Jackie Wolford, catches the ball inside and whoop, behind the back in there. What a goal. I mean, that's just beautiful.
Oh, indeed. But you know what? For number 2, let's just bring it back, right back to Joe Walton Stadium for the Bellemere game where the men's team for Bellemere, 52, Kyle Playstead, behind the net, assist number 14, Braden Brown, in a wonderful goal. Let's just, watch this again. One more time.
Yeah, behind the back, another behind the back goal, back to back. But number 1, this one was number 1 on NCAA softball, so why not make it number 1 on our show? Base hit into right, or towards right field, a diving stop by Avery Winchell. She dives to first and does it all herself. What a play by Avery Winchell, and those are your top 5 plays of the week. So I really, just a special week of moments. And also, I hear Nathan Breisinger has something special to show us. Nate, take it away.
Hello everyone, my name is Nathan Breisinger and I'm the producer of Colonial Sports Center. I just wanted to take the time to thank our 4 seniors, Jack, Tyler, Melanie, and Mike for their hard work and dedication over the years. To Colonial Sports Center, Tyler and Jack, their hard work as being hosts over the past 4 years since they were freshmen. Melanie for stepping in recently and doing some on-air work, but also just spending time and making sure that we're good to go and run the show. And then Mike for being a great TV GM throughout the whole semester and just being a helping hand throughout his time here at RMU.
And I'm Ethan Morrison, associate producer for Colonial Sports Center. I just want to, thank all the seniors for all of their hard work and dedication over their past 4 years here. I know all of them have been integral parts in this organization one way or another.
Jack, Tyler, Mike, and Melanie, thank you so much for everything that you have done over your years here at Robert Morris for RMU TV and specifically Colonial Sports Center. You're leaving very big shoes to fill, especially Melanie, because you're the only Dancing with the Stars analyst that I know. And I'm very grateful to have the opportunity to have learned from you guys and watched you guys do your thing.
Thank you so much, Jack, Mike, Melanie, and Tyler, and congratulations.
Thank you to all 4 seniors and good luck with everything you do.
Thank you, seniors, for all the wonderful work you guys have done for Century and RMU TV. Jack, Melanie, Tyler, and Mike. It's been a pleasure getting to work with you guys, and we wish you all the best in your future.
Your dedication has been absolutely unmatched, and no other people can absolutely replace you here at RMU TV.
I just want to start off by thanking all 4 of our seniors, and thank you to Mike especially because he's been such an inspiration to me throughout the past year, especially as a freshman getting my footing here. So I really wanted to thank all 4 of you.
Thank you. You guys are the best. You rock. Thanks to Gallo, Tyler Gallo, if we have to drop the name here, for always helping me, coming with me to soccer practice, always eating my candy that I bring into the newsroom, and getting confused when I get really excited to see you. I hope you don't remember or you don't forget that, because I don't know if anyone else will ever be that pumped to see you from here on out.
Jack, Mike, Melanie, and Tyler, I just want to say thank you for all you've taught me these past 2 semesters, from writing articles to editing videos. Just thank you very much, and good luck with everything in your future.
Thank you, seniors, for all your contributions over 4 years. I've seen you guys over 3 years of my career, and I've been exceptionally proud of all your work.
Thank you, Melanie, for all the opportunities you've given me. It's really helped me grow throughout my time here. Gallo, thank you for teaching me how to deal with difficult people in complicated situations. You were that difficult person. Thank you, OB, for being one of the sweetest, kindest people I've ever met, and always doing the best you can with whatever you do. And Mike, you for leaving. I love you. I don't want to see you go.
Seniors, guys, thank you guys so much for all you've done for CSC and RMU TV. All have been fantastic over the last 4 years.
Seniors, thank you so much for everything you've done for Colonial Sports Center and RMU TV and Century Media.
Thank you, class of 2022. You guys were amazing. You made the 2 years I've been here great so far.
Yeah, even though it's been a short amount of time, it's been great getting to know all of you. You personally all positively affected my life. So thank you to the class of 2022 and good luck to your future endeavors.
Thank you guys for that. So now all the seniors are here for our final time on air. And of course, why not talk about our favorite moments, favorite sports moments during time here at Colonial Sports Center. So Mike, we'll start with you. What's your favorite sports moment during time at RMU?
So many great ones. I've experienced so many sports here. I got to go with any time that the RMU men's hockey team would play Penn State at PPG Paints Arena. This was always a game that I went to with my buddies. Always fun to watch. Even if RMU wasn't successful, it was still a great time, great atmosphere with our fellow Colonials.
Yeah, definitely electric games as well. Melanie, we'll go with you as well. What is your favorite sports moment during your time at RMU?
I definitely have to say doing grad school at the Mario Lemieux complex. For the celebrity game, I got the opportunity, little last minute, to go with everybody. Didn't really have a job, but I did have a couple assignments due that night, so I ended up with my computer doing my MBA assignments from the Mario Lemieux complex, which is pretty sweet to say.
Right, yeah, I got to call that game. That was awesome. And Jack, we've experienced a bunch of sports moments during our time here and called a bunch of them on the show.
Yeah.
I got to know which one your favorite is.
No, one of my favorite sports moments was when I got to do play-by-play for a Robert Morris hockey game with my dear friend Nicholas Hederick. It was a great experience, and also just having the experience to be able to report all those moments with you. Tyler, you got to give me yours.
Well, I think I got to go with the one that ranks above all of them, and that is the NEC Championship in 2020. Really, nothing tops that to me. We sat next to each other at that game, and once again, thank you so much, everyone, for everything you've done, and we'll see you next semester. You won't see any of us on this show, but, you know, that's times change and people change as well. So we'll see you next time.